Hi everyone, I'm Paul.
I'm Pej. So we're going to talk about the big news that came out of last week, which was all about E3. What'd you think?
I think, well, there were three main themes that sort of came out of the show for me. I mean, it was a lot about VR, especially from Sony's camp, 4K and hints of the next-gen consoles, and then just a lot of sequels and remakes of games.
So let's pop in talk about Microsoft. So brand new console, Xbox S, right, slim, white versus black, 40% smaller. That's huge because the one right now is massive and has the power supply built in. We'll do 4K Blu-ray, UHD playing, stream Netflix or whatever in 4K, but no video games in 4K, which is a big disappointment.
Right. I think, if you're looking for UHD Blu-ray player, they'll be one of the cheapest deals.
Yeah, very cheap, and you can get it in a whole bunch of different sizes. And between the two Xboxes, even with Project Scorpio, all your Xbox peripherals, Xbox One peripherals are going to work. They call it the Xbox One family, which, there's a ton of stuff already out there, and I do not want to be buying this every single time.
Different things at different price points. Yeah, this isn't the sort of thing, I don't think if you have an Xbox One now, you're going to want to cash in for the Slim because you can play the same stuff with it outside of the movie. Yeah,
it's if you want a 4K Blu-ray player, sure. Right. Good reason to upgrade. If you have a PlayStation, you want to get in on Xbox and play some of the exclusives, okay. But I think the big news that came out that I liked out of Microsoft was that Play Anywhere. Yeah. So not all titles, but you can, certain games you can buy it and work on both your PC and your Windows. Your PC and your Xbox One machine.
You buy it once and you get the game for both.
Yeah, and I kind of like that because you kind of leverage whatever platform you want, go back and forth. Play it multiple times if you're so inclined. More importantly, you can play against your friends for that game across different environments, which I think is good. So it's kind of bringing.
It's all hooked into Xbox Live anyway, and so your achievements and everything.
That's right. Yeah, so you're bringing in that your friends from on PC into your Xbox One or vice versa, and I think that really puts Sony at a disadvantage. They'll have to do something with Steam or one of the other
competitive advantage for them. Yeah, for Microsoft for sure.
And the Xbox Live updates were kind of neat. Just getting better at matchmaking, making it easier to join clubs, get into groups.
Right, so matchmaking can be a big pain in the ass depending on the games that you're in, whether they have a good interface for that. So they came up with clubs to help you find like players in multiplayer games, and they came up with arenas to help you find head-to-head matchmaking.
Yeah, because the matchmaking right now is pretty good, but you get stuck with a band of 12-year-olds, my ass is done. Yeah. So I'm not
know
good.
If it'll help that, but we'll see.
Thanks.
We'll see. Yeah.
And then they downplayed the VR. I mean, they had Carmack out there,
very mysterious, and they had him out there with the Gear VR of all things, showing off Minecraft, of course. And they didn't talk about HoloLens, right?
Yeah, I was expecting a lot on HoloLens, and I think they downplayed
had that. So is that tied to Scorpio? Is it independent? Are they going to do something with Oculus Rift? All those questions still kind of remain. Which talk about Sony on the flip side.
They promoted 50 titles. They showed Batman. They showed Star Wars. VR, X-Wing, I'm in. I mean, that's just going to be outstanding.
So let's switch to that. So Sony, they came out and said everyone knew they were coming up with the Sony VR headset, but now they gave a date, October 13th this year. They gave
still sold out everywhere.
$399. So they're
$399 US, $499 here. Then you can buy the kit for like $650, which comes with the motion controllers and.
So besides pure VR games, there's games that will be sort of VR enabled, so to speak, games that exist now, like Fallout 4 and stuff, which will completely change the experience once you're immersed like that. So good for VR in general, I think, whether you're doing the Rift or Vive thing or whatever.
Specs on their VR. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. You're right. I think it's going to flood the VR. It's going to make VR more accessible to a lot more people.
Yeah.
But the specs on that compared to some of the other VR environments, not as robust. Right? They're saying 1080 at 30 frames, 60 frames per second. But you were saying that you need to be a lot higher than that.
Well, I think some people could get sick depending on the latency there, right? Especially for some really intense scenes that might get a little jittery, and it's that kind of thing that makes people sick. So we'll see.
They did take a shot over Microsoft's bow with hey, you don't need to wait until Scorpio with VR ready now, right? So, I mean...
but that was your segue to announce if there was going to be a 4.5 PlayStation or something.
And nothing.
And they didn't. Yeah. So we're either holding back there or something else is going on.
Yeah. And then on the gaming front, I mean, what do you think of that?
Well, like I said, there's a lot of sequels and stuff coming out, and a few new franchises, but a lot of them seem to be sequels. Bring it on.
Best game?
Best game, I think, surprisingly for me, might be Titanfall 2, just because I so looked forward to a good single-player game. For a game that had awesome game mechanics, and very original in the sense of having the pilot and then going in your mech. I think if they put a really good story behind that, which the trailers seem to indicate, that could be a really good game.
Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, sort of
love the series. Right? Yeah, love the series. I think this is just building. The third one was, I mean, after all the controversy and the remake, and I don't know, it kind of was on a down. It didn't feel as good as it could have been. So I think they're rebooting it with Andromeda. I'm looking forward to that one. Watch Dogs 2. You know, I'm going to be pleasantly surprised. It looks great. Looks like out of Mr. Robot, like that.
A little darker. I mean, we both liked one, but neither one of us finished it. So I think this game will have.
I'm looking forward to that. And then, I mean, Batman and Star Wars in VR, God of War. I mean, that looked good.
At least 3 Star Wars games launched across different platforms.
EA went all out. Anyway, I'm Pej.
And I'm Paul.